welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy. Today we're going to be talking about a Scotch, an Islay single malt Scotch, Laphroaig 10 to be more precise. Now, I did try the Laphroaig Select. Now, if you just basically want a quick step on that for a moment, the Select was made out of, I believe, 3 expressions. And these were like some of the bottom 3, not the very bottom, but like the top of the bottom area. I'm not making a whole lot of sense. I do apologize. But the price of this bottle for Mr. Randy was just about $59, under $60, which is compliant with his $60 ceiling price. So this was good to go. I've been looking forward to getting to this 10. Even though I picked the Select Force first, I wanted to keep them in sort of an order. Now, this is a 43% ABV. The 10-year age statement is pretty standard. Now, Laphroaig does consider this their standard. I don't think there's anything below that. The Select, even though it's cost less, they still say that this is their standard. So, there's a little bit of something to looky-loo. Flavor profile, huge smoke. Sweet, seaweedy notes, intense peat with a hint of sweetness. Friends, I've already did the code, so don't even worry about that. Average analysis calories, 105. Carbohydrates, 0. That's great to hear. All right, so let's get a pour on, shall we? Ooh, I can smell it already. It's already coming out to meet me. I just can't wait. It's like your trusty old hound. You're coming home. He hears your truck coming down the driveway. He gets so excited. Oh, look at that. That's pretty dark for a 10-year-old Scotch. Ooh, okay. But let's get a look at the Mr. Randy's Handy Dandy Whiskey Color Scale. That's going down on the downside. Okay, so probably going to get this. Let me get one more little looky-loo. I'm going to probably put it more at burnt amber as opposed to the copper. Maybe in between those two. I am really smitten by these peaty Scotch. Oh, it just makes my mouth salivate. On the nose, you're getting peat and smoke. Yeah, seaweedy, brine. It really smells like you just got a mouthful of seawater while you're sitting next to the campfire on the beach. That is beautiful. It's not quite... I think I might put this Laphroaig 10 just underneath the Ardbeg 10. This one is a little bit rough around the edges, which gives it some character, while the Ardbeg 10 is a little bit smoother, and it's a little bit more well-rounded. It's nice. It's balanced, well-rounded. This one's a little rough around the edges. It gives it the character. It's got a wonderful nose. Let's get it on the palate. Ooh. Yeah, not as quite as smooth. This is a bit more robust than the Ardbeg 10. It's a little more robust. It definitely got like that salty seaweed. And the smoke is kind of, it's in there somewhere, but it's not really hanging out up front. Let's get one more on that. Oh, that is quite delicious. If you're not into peaty, then don't even think about it. And I know some people who are really into peat say this just ain't enough. There's that peat monster. Now I'm thinking about that peat monster. I was warned to hold off on that peat monster, but now I'm thinking maybe I want to get at it. Let's get a finish on this. Oh yeah. Ooh. It's got a bit of a charcoal taste, like a smoldering fire pit. So now it feels like it's like the next morning after the night before. You still got that campfire right next to the tide coming in, and it's still smoldering. And it's all up in your mouth because you laid next to it and you breathed out your mouth all night long. That is, I'm sorry for all the smacking, but that's just good. That is making me salivate like crazy. And one more thing I need to add to this is that I found out that these are matured in ex-bourbon. They weren't specific about where the barrels came from, but they were specific that these were ex-bourbon. Now this is made on the island of Islay. Now there's a bit of a lore to this. Now they do claim that this type of using the peat to use in the process of the whiskey, they do claim that this was brought over by Irish monks. I think it's interesting, but it is the first time I've heard about that. I'm going to have to look into that. If you've heard about that and you know a source, name the source in the comments. $60 bottle, 43 ABV. It is an Islay single malt. It is a peaty whiskey. The palate is really good. The finish is very unique. All that brings us down to my score. What do you think? I'm going to give you just a second. What's my score? What was that? Did you say solid 4 out of 5? If you did, which I don't think you did, you might have thought I would have rated it higher. Again, like I said, it is a bit rough around the edges. Some places are unbalanced. It's not well balanced, but it's really good. That gives it its character, although it does help it fall just a little short of pushing over that line into the 5 section, the full 5s. Like I said, $60 is not really an issue. It's the character from the rough around the edges and unbalanced. Like I said, that's all good character. But when I'm drinking this, I'm thinking about the Ardbeg. My fair price, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Even though, yes, of course, the Ardbeg 10 is like $65. I think it's really $65 to $70 in my area. I got mine on sale, so it was under $60. Very thankful for that. Would I buy this again? Well, considering I haven't raised my price point over $60, my price ceiling above $60, if I wanted to go for a peaty 10-year-old Scotch, I would go for this. Now, there are a few others I would like to try before coming back around to this that do not exceed that ceiling price point. But yes, I'd have no issue about buying this again for some reason or another. But Mr. Randy is on this unique whiskey journey with this unique philosophy of always trying something new. I always want to try a new bottle. Very rarely have I bought a second or even third bottle, and that was the Buffalo Trace, of course. Anyways, I guess that means it's time to wrap this up. Let us know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy. You have a good one.